Well, it's that time again. Let's walk in faith, talk about anime, and grow together. Welcome to Rev's Otaku Talk. Hey Otaku family, welcome back to Rev's Otaku Talk Studio Ghibli Fest. I'm your host Rev, and joining me are my co-hosts K2.
Howdy, howdy.
And Raver Mom.
What's up?
And for his birthday wish come true, we have Kid Koopa.
Yes!
This season we're diving deep into the whimsical, heartfelt worlds of Studio Ghibli, where fantasy meets faith and wonder points us back to the creator. Whether you're a lifelong Ghibli fan or just discovering these animated masterpieces, we're here to explore each story through the lens of Christian values. From the skies of Laputa to the forest of Totoro, we'll uncover powerful themes, spiritual insights, and the beauty of God's truth woven into every frame. So grab your favorite snack, open your heart, and get ready for a journey where faith and fandom soar together. This is your Christ Walk with Otaku Talk. Ghibli Fest starts now. So before we get started, I have a quick announcement to make. We're going to do a couple of changes logistically for how we release it. As me and Raver Mom have gone back to work for the school season, and we have been appointed as pastors at a church for their children's ministries and their children's directors positions there.
Woohoo!
So yeah, it's awesome. It's really cool to be back in a physical ministry in the church, and we are blessed to be there. But that also comes with changes on how we can do the podcast. So the biggest change for you guys on the air is that instead of it being released on Thursdays, our episodes will now come out on Saturdays, so that it can give time for us to write the episodes and get the editing done and get it out there for you guys. So, yeah, nothing huge, but now you know why it doesn't show up on Thursdays.
Sad face.
Well, you know, that'll be a good start to the weekend.
Yep.
I hope so.
Nausicaä in the Valley of the Wind takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity struggles to survive amid toxic jungles and giant mutated insects. The story follows Nausicaä, the compassionate princess of the Valley of the Wind, a small peaceful kingdom that lives in harmony with nature, unlike the others who fear and hate the mysterious toxic jungle and its creatures. Nausicaä shows deep empathy and respect for life, even toward the massive Ohmu, the powerful guardians of the jungle. When war threatens to erupt between neighboring nations seeking control of an ancient weapon of mass destruction, Nausicaä is drawn to the conflict. Through her courage, wisdom, and compassion, she seeks to end the cycle of violence and uncover the truth behind the toxic jungle. Ultimately, Nausicaä becomes a bridge between humanity and nature, showing that understanding and coexistence, not domination, are the key to survival and healing in a broken world. So, I'm loving this season because we all actually are seeing these things, and it's not like a, did you watch this? No.
Yep.
Did you watch this? No. It's a, yes, we've all seen this. So, K2, you weren't here last week. I'm going to put you on the spot first.
Okay.
What is your opinion on Nausicaä in the Valley of the Wind?
I thought it was alright. I mean, like I said in previous episodes, I'm a sucker for anything steampunky or, aviation related. So, I like those scenes. I thought those were all nice. I'm never a fan of, like, we gotta protect nature stuff. So, that part was a little bit lost on me. But other than that, I thought it was interesting.
Not a tree hugger.
No.
It's okay, K2. There's plenty of people in the world hugging trees for you.
Yep.
Me, I'm more of a dinosaur hugger. I like fuel in the car.
Yep.
My car's economical, thank you. It's got a green mode.
Will you ever use it?
I was just about to say.
I use it all the time, actually.
Okay.
With the downfall of the Otaku box, and I was going to get another one, but wasn't able to because there's a cult following on Scion XBs, especially Gen 1s, and they are selling them at outrageously high prices. I mean, they're only valued at maybe $1,500 at the most.
Wow.
But people are selling them for over 10 grand. And yeah, that's a ripoff, and I'm not doing it. So, for my birthday, Raver Mom got me a Chevy Sonic, and the turbo failed in 5 days. So we went back to the dealership and got upgraded to a Mini Cooper. And yeah, I use green mode in that thing all the time because I get almost 500 miles to the tank.
Okay.
So I use green mode. Save gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I am half tree hugger, but I prefer the fossils.
Total opposite of me and my big SUV. Right there with you, K2.
All right. Goodness. What was your favorite part of it, K2? The tanks?
Yeah, the tanks, obviously. And, like I said, the flying scenes and all that.
All right.
1 out of 10.
1 out of 10, 7.
Wow. Honestly, it's a little better than I thought.
Okay.
Raver Mom, what'd you think about it?
I don't like that movie.
What do you not like about it?
It's not like the worst movie. It's just, as I was watching, before we watched it, first off, K2, on the menu, so that the set that we have, it's 3 to 4 movies per disc.
Yeah.
And on the menu, it says Nausicaä, the Valley
of the Wind.
Of the Wind. And Valley is not spelled correctly.
There's a typo on the menu of the DVD.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There's even a typo on the back sleeve, or on the back, that's listing them all, but it's not for that one. It's for a different one, but that's besides the point.
Interpretation.
Yep.
So, yeah, so that bothers me right off the bat. But I was trying to figure out, okay, what is this movie? Because it's not one that I remember watching. And then it comes up, and then the princess appears, and I was like, oh, great. So, yeah, it's a very cute movie. I love Ghibli's interpretation of the trying to save, and, nature and all that. And, that I love it. But at the same time, I felt like there were a lot of moments where there were pauses.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Between, like, there's action and then there's, like, this pause. Or, like, she went to go do something and then there's this pause. And then, oh, wait, this happened. And then there's a pause.
A lot of lagging moments.
It was. It was. And that is not as normal, if that makes any sense, like in some of the other videos or movies that I like.
Yeah.
So I guess that is like my biggest down thing when it comes to this one. It's a very cute movie. I do like how compassionate she is and her care for everything.
Yes.
Whether it's a person, no matter where they came from. I do feel like it has a good message in it. For overall, like, there's really no bad language in it. Like, it's a very, very cute movie. Everyone's very modestly dressed. And, like, overall, it's very cute. It's just that lagging gets to me.
Well, and it's probably due to my favorite part, which we'll get to after you give us your 1 out of 10.
My 1 out of 10 is actually a 5.
Okay.
Like, I love the color scheme. I love the artistry, the music. I love the action parts. Like, I do love all of that. It's just that lagging, it makes me lose focus on it. And it's like, okay, and I'm doing something else, or I'm thinking about something else. And it's just, to me, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So that's why it's getting a 5. It should probably get lower. So I'm trying to be a little generous.
So my theory is that it's lagging because they tried to use both a Star Trek character and a Star Wars character in the same movie.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, the actors, because they got Patrick Stewart and they got Mark Hamill playing in the same movie.
Oh, that was what you meant when you made that comment?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
That's when
realize
Star
that.
Trek and Star Wars collide. It's in Studio Ghibli's
Listen.
Nausicaä and the Valley of the Wind.
I couldn't tell. The only person I could tell was, what's his name? Shay?
Oh, Shia LaBeouf.
I always say it wrong. Shia LaBeouf. I could only tell him. That was it. I couldn't tell anybody else. Where in Ponyo and a couple of the other ones, I'm like, oh yeah, I know who those people are.
Yeah. Patrick Stewart was the Master Swordsman that Nausicaä met at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, begin with a T.
Lord. I know who you're talking about, though. The old man that had the hat. And
Yep.
That was Patrick who?
Patrick Stewart, Captain Picard.
Really?
Yep.
I'm going to have to watch parts of it just so I can hear that again.
And then Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker,
was the bad guy.
Was the voice of the mayor of the neighboring town that started with a P.
Oh, okay. The one in the desert, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was the mayor.
One that the boy was over?
The one that the boy, his sister, was the one that got killed?
Yeah.
Yeah. The mayor.
Guy, he had the beard or something like that? Okay.
Yeah. And he wore the jeweled hat or whatever.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
gracious.
that was Luke Skywalker. But yeah,
They need to do better.
My theory is that they tried to mix universes and it just didn't work. It collided. It crashed.
When did this come out? You didn't. I don't think you said that.
No, I did not say whenever it came out.
Do we know when it came out?
Not off the top of my head.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And the animation has got to be probably 86.
It'd have to be like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
He was the mayor of Pajit. So, there you go.
You realized it, or?
No, I had it up on my phone.
Oh.
Let's
Maybe
see
like 89
here.
or something.
So, the dub, which is the American release, or the original dub, was released in 1985.
Okay.
And then later down the road, like late 80s, it was then redubbed by Disney.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, then I might put my number up to a 6 then. For being 80s, I guess that makes a little more sense, because with the animation and how it was done, so...
Yeah, no,
I'll put mine up to a 6.
It was early to mid 80s.
I'll give it a pity point.
Oh, it got a pity point. Me personally, I like the movie. I've seen both the original dub and the Disney dub. The original, I like the actors better, which is what we watched. Which is what we all watched.
Okay.
Was the original one. I have the Disney dub up on the shelf. So there's a couple of characters that are slightly different. But me personally, I would give it a 5. Just smack dab in the middle. It's not my favorite one. I think it's cool. I think my favorite part is the fact that Princess Mononoke and Princess Pika, after watching Ponyo, was the orchestral show of Joe Hisashi. He was doing a culmination of numbers from all the different Ghibli films he's composed for. And it went from Ponyo to this red-headed adult princess, and they thought it was grown-up Ponyo, and I was like, no, that's Nausicaä. So they believe that Nausicaä is the grown-up Ponyo. Which, yeah, I think that's my favorite part of the whole deal. So, Kid Koopa, what did you think about it?
I think it was kind of cool, you know, with all, like, battles, though when they brought out the monster, they brought it out way too early. It was just not a smart move at all. The thing just melted away.
1 out of 10.
9.
Okay, well, he's giving it the ultimate pity point.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes it, we got a 5, a 6, and a 7. And then a 9. So that makes it,
7?
what? A 7.
Yeah.
So, Rev's Otaku Talk, because of the major pity point from Kid Koopa, gets a 7.
Yay!
Okay, didn't see that coming.
I think that's our lowest one so far, right?
No, I think it tied.
No, Todd.
It's tied with Spirited Away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Alright, moving on. Nausicaa's compassion is what caught me when we were watching the movie, and it seemed to be a never-ending supply of compassion coming from her, and it reminded me of the story of the Good Samaritan in the Bible. Now, we find the story of the Good Samaritan in Luke chapter 10. If you look at all the context and everything, it starts in verse 25, but the actual story starts in, or the actual parable starts in verse 30. And it says, Jesus replied, "A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he fell among robbers, who stripped him and beat him and departed, leaving him half dead. Now by a chance a priest was going down that road, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. So likewise a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he journeyed, came to where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion. He went to him and bound up his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he set him on his own animal and brought him to an inn and took care of him. And the next day he took out 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper, saying, 'Take care of him, and whatever more you spend I will repay you when I come back.'" That is the parable of the Good Samaritan. But to dive a little bit deeper, we're going to bring Raver Mom in. And without further ado, digging deeper with Raver Mom.
Digging deeper with Raver Mom.
So, this whole parable to me is one of my favorites because it brings into question of why. Like, gather my thoughts. Like, why was this parable so powerful? Like, why did Jesus use this as, his story to answer the question of what should I do to inherit eternal life? Because what is it the two have in common? And to me, it's a big deal because when you think about the people that passed, when you think about the context of the story, the man that was coming down from Jerusalem. So back then, if someone looked a certain way, or if they were from a certain group or whatever, they were known as unclean. So when this man was beaten up and stuff like that and basically thrown in the ditch to die, and the priest and the Levite walked by, they automatically assumed that this man was unclean, and then they just passed on by like it was no big deal. But one thing that was such a big prominent ordeal back then is that you didn't help each other if you were from a different,
Group. Yeah, city.
Like, a Levite didn't help a Samaritan, a Gentile, or a Jew didn't help Gentiles. Yeah. Like, you didn't cross over. Like, you stayed with your group.
And a Samaritan was pretty much a Gentile at that point. It was somebody outside of the Jewish faith.
You did not touch them. You didn't look their way. They were just, like, the worst on the planet. But for a Samaritan to stop and actually take the time to not only take care of this guy, but then to pay for him to stay in a hotel, to, say that he would come back, like, that's a big thing. I mean, I'm sorry, but if I'd go to a hotel, I doubt they'd, allow me to leave somebody and then, they'd have to know the person, So, like, to me, there's, like, a lot when it comes to this, and you could talk about it for a while now. But something also that I like about Luke is when I was studying up on this for the podcast episode, the writer of Luke was actually a Gentile. He was one of those, like, oddballs, kind of people, like he was
Yep.
that one that was like on the outskirts, and he was one of Paul's like not followers but like apprentice people, and so I think that is kind of cool for this story to be in his book, because even the author himself is an odd person. Like, I don't want to say odd person. What do you call it? He's an outcast.
Yeah.
Like he is a Gentile himself. And to me, that just makes this story a little more powerful for him to have it in his book. So I thought that was kind of cool.
That is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think for me, like, this whole proverb just speaks to the greatness of Christianity, of just help your fellow man. It's the best thing to do. Like, it doesn't matter if anyone's watching, just help them.
Yeah.
Well, even in the Bible, whenever it talks about charity and helping people out, it actually in the Bible says to do it in silence.
Yeah.
Don't do it to show off. As it puts it in the Bible, if you're going to do something charitable, don't be puffed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a bird, fluffing its feathers around whenever they do it. And that's one thing that kind of gets to me watching like videos and stuff on social media. Whenever it's like, oh, hey, here's $1,000 for you. Are you homeless? Type deal, and it's like, dude,
What happens?
thank you for doing something nice, but why in the world are you showing this person's business off? If you truly wanted to help them, you shouldn't get anything in return.
Yep.
What you're getting in return is a lot more money than $1,000.
Yep.
Yeah, I hate those videos because you never know what's happening after they cut it off. Like I've heard some people say where they were recording the person that was doing that video or whatever.
Yeah.
And how they took it back and, cursed at them or talked trash to them and everything. And I mean, I'm not saying every one of them is like that, but like you always wonder, did they actually do it, or was it literally just for views or just for popularity or to get something out of it?
There's only one that I've seen where I understood why they showed it off. And that's because of the fact that the guy used social media to create a nonprofit organization to help people who are sick with cancer or homeless or whatever. And people are donating money to this guy for him to give away. And he does it so that people can see where their money is going.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is more of a stewardship thing to me.
Yeah.
But whenever you got kids who are just like, oh, $1,000, or hey, here's a car, and it's like, dude, I know you're a millionaire because you can look it up online and see how much you have because it's out there. And you're just flaunting off that you have enough money to throw away.
Yeah.
And like she said, half the time, oh, here's a new Tesla for you. Oh, I'm sorry, you're not getting the title. And it's messed up on the other end. But yeah, to see that part of Christianity get distorted, where compassion has become a show, it irks me. I don't like it at all, because like you said, that's compassion is a root, quality of Christianity, and now it's being distorted in today's, world.
Yeah. And it's a reminder that we need to wake up and do what Christ did and love, no matter what our background is, no matter what we look like, no matter what. I mean, whether you get anything out of it or not. I mean, we're all human. We all come from the dust. We'll all return back to the dust. And I mean, if you think about the time we live, the time we are here on the earth is literally just a second. Like it's a moment. It's not that great in the grand scheme of things. Like, it's very small. But like, one action can affect somebody's world, whether it's a positive action or a negative action. And the more positive, we need to have more positive affecting the world than we do negative.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it goes back to how Christianity's being portrayed, again. Now we're being seen as selfish and self-centered and fake, and that reflects on everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that, that's enough to hurt your heart, because definitely not everybody's like that.
Yeah.
No. Yep. Yeah, I thought it was kind of crazy. It honestly made me think of Misty for a minute. Like, I felt like Misty from Pokemon for a quick moment when Nausicaä ran up to the bugs and was like trying to calm them down and help them out, and I was like, ah! I get what she was doing, but like, no.
I don't like bugs. They're the most disgusting things in the world. Yeah.
Those bugs were creepy looking. So, yeah, give props to Misty for like a half a minute.
Yeah. Nausicaa's compassion shines as one of the most powerful themes in Nausicaä and the Valley of the Wind. She doesn't limit her kindness to her people or her allies. She extends it even to those who oppose her, and to the creatures that many others fear and despise. Her willingness to see the value of every life reflects the radical, boundary-breaking love Jesus describes in the parable of the Good Samaritan in Luke chapter 10, verse 25 through 37. Just as the Samaritan showed mercy to someone who was considered an enemy, Nausicaä demonstrates that true compassion isn't selective. It reaches across divisions and fear. Her example reminds us that following Christ means showing mercy not only when it's easy, but especially when it costs us something. And that love and healing often begins where we are willing to embrace even those we were taught to see as enemies. Now, question time. Both Nausicaä and the Good Samaritan went out of their way to show love. How can we practice compassion that goes beyond convenience and comfort?
Try to go out of your way every day. Just go out of your way one time a day. One good deed a day.
One good deed a day.
Yep.
Almost like the pay it forward type deal.
Yeah, pay it forward.
I feel like in the world we live in, that is something that is very hard to do.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about the other day about what was it? Courage and courage and compassion? No, what was it?
It was
courage and... Do you remember that conversation that we were having, how courage went along with that and stepping out of our comfort zone and stepping out of our box? I feel like this kind of ties into that as well. Just because of the fact that trying to be... I mean, like, Nausicaä made it seem so effortless to be compassionate to her enemies and to show compassion to strangers. And, I mean, even the Ohmu that were trying to kill her, I mean, like, she showed compassion to those things and to those creatures and to those people. And I feel like that is something that is so abnormal nowadays that, I mean, like you said, just doing one thing is sometimes all you can do, especially with the amount of backlash that you get, just for having your faith. Or, I mean, like, you can do something... I mean, even now, you could do something that you're thinking is a compassionate thing, and then somebody's going to take it wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how that is so, like, on that line.
Yeah.
How people can take it wrongly or be offended or be upset about it. And I feel like even though that's the case, we still need to still do it and step out of our comfort zone and do it.
This is the second time we've talked about compassion this season.
I thought so. It was compassion, right?
Yeah, but it was... Today we're looking at it from a different angle.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's like a continuation of that. Mm-hmm. Like, it's convenience and comfort. Like, you're not everything is going to be convenient. I mean, showing compassion shouldn't be convenient. Because if it was, then it would be the easiest thing in the
everybody would
world.
be doing it.
Everybody would be doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I mean, K2 pretty much answered that very well, just because of the fact that stepping out of your box and doing one, even if it's just one thing that day.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, of course, try to do more than that, but like sometimes doing one thing is all you can do with the world we live in.
Yeah. That is true. And, you know, I think Raver Mom is correct. I think K2 is becoming the deep thought of season 2. All right. So let's go on to our fun question, because K2 just knocked it out of the park and we're all in agreement with this answer.
Thank you.
Now, the Ohmu are huge and kind of scary, but they also show deep wisdom and care for life. If you could befriend any creature from the movie, which one would you choose and why?
The fox squirrel.
The fox squirrel? Why the fox squirrel?
I don't know. It's cute.
It's cute.
It's cute. It reminds me of a Pokemon, like an EV cross with a Pikachu.
It was a rabbit squirrel with pointy ears.
I get that though. I mean, with the color and the way that it acted and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
Okay, so the squirrel, because it's cute. Fox squirrel, cute. Pikachu Eevee fusion.
Yeah.
All right, Raver Mom, what would you choose?
I don't know what it's called, because I don't remember them like saying its name, but it made me think of a scorpion. But it was that flying like creature thingy that was flat and it had the pointy tail and the big claws. That
weird freaky flying centipede thing.
Yep.
Yeah, the centipede thing. That's what I call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That.
You would want to befriend that thing.
Yep.
A flying centipede.
As a flying centipede tapeworm looking joker.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my cat bus of the Valley of the Wind.
She picked the freakiest looking creature.
Listen, nobody would mess with me.
No.
Right? And I could
'Cause you get
fly it wherever I wanted to.
Okay, so me, I'm all original, but I would love to befriend an Ohmu.
Those things creep me out.
I'm sorry, it's like having an attack dog that is the biggest baby one moment, and then whenever you make the thing mad, you just know it's going to take care of business. And then it can heal you.
Attack dog. It just runs you over with these creepy little eyes.
Yes, but then if you get hurt, it could heal you.
But
If
then you gotta calm it down.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
That was like a mindless beast that just charges.
And then whenever it sheds its skin, you can make some serious armor out of that thing.
Oh
Talk
my
about
goodness.
a tank, man. You could build a tank out of the armor that comes off of that joker when it sheds its skin.
The only thing I can think of is I wonder if it tastes as good. Rev would be having dinner at that point.
Well, the Ohmu didn't make it in the battle. You know, that's
All
not
right, next
wasting
season
me.
we're watching. Was it Dungeon Monkey, where they go and eat the monsters?
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
no idea. I haven't even seen a thing for that.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
It's called Dungeon Monkey.
Dungeon. I'm butchering the second half of the name.
Okay.
It's, Dungeon something.
Okay. Oh, we'll have to figure that out.
Here's my thing. What would you do if it just reproduced and reproduced and reproduced, and then you got 1,000 of them like it was on the movie? I mean, that was a lot.
Well, you know, you find this big empty area that nobody wants, and then you make an Ohmu farm.
Oh,
And charge people to ride them. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can sell their meat. Ohmu, the other white meat.
Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. I got nothing. I thought mine was weird.
Okay, Kid Koopa, what would your creature friend be and why?
I'd take the fox squirrel too.
Why the fox squirrel?
Because that thing is so small, and besides, the way it found Nausicaä and wanted to go to her, that's some serious loyalty there.
Huh?
It's very loyal.
Like, it stuck with her.
Yeah.
Every time she got on her glider and ran off or whatever, it always ran to her.
And the way it scratched the secret passage that led that Lord guy to, it acted as loyal as a dog right at that point.
Now you're just making it sound like a cat dog.
Who knows? It probably was. I mean...
Well, one fine day was a wolf and a purr.
Wasn't Eevee kind of a dog?
Eevee?
Yeah, he said it was like an Eevee
Yeah.
Pikachu. Wasn't
It
Eevee
was-
a...
Yeah,
It
Eevee's
was like a cat dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because its
So-
evolution were cats.
They're both great minds, right there.
What, Eevee?
Eevee, all the evolutions were cats. They were cat-like.
Yeah, they are cat-like, yeah.
So Eevee,
Well, no,
it went from a dog to a bunch of cats.
No, not all of them are cat-like.
Yeah.
Which one are you thinking?
I'm thinking Jolteon. I don't see a cat with Jolteon.
Yeah, you see a fox squirrel.
Yeah. The only one I really see a cat with is Sylveon, Umbreon,
You might as well name the rest of the eons because they all look like cats.
and Glaceon. Those are the only ones that I really get like a cat vibe from.
No, they all look like cats.
Yeah? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Doesn't Flareon kind of look like Eevee in general?
Looks like a fluffy cat.
Aw, I need to name Pixie Umbreon. That'd be cute.
Pixie is Raver Mom's cat, for all you wanting to know.
She's black
She's-
with white paws and a little bit of white on her chest.
And she's the biggest brat in the house.
Like that cat dog thingy on Nausicaä in the Valley of the Wind.
Yes, and the way
Yep.
she says hi is to bite you till you bleed and then lick it afterwards.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
I need to figure out what she named that thing, and then that'll be Pixie's nickname.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to have to take that hair bleach out of the cabinet and bleach her that color.
No. Leave my poor baby alone.
Black cat gone blonde.
Run, Pixie, run.
It's time to cosplay, Pixie.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Halloween's right around the corner.
The Ocala Comic Con's this weekend.
No.
What?
You are not dying, my cat. Oh my goodness.
All
She'd
right.
never come out from under the bed then.
At the heart of Nausicaä and the Valley of the Wind is a story about compassion that reaches beyond borders, fears, and even enemies. Nausicaä never lets hatred define her actions. Whether it's her own people, rival nations, or the terrifying Ohmu, she responds not with violence but with mercy and understanding. Her compassion doesn't erase the pain, fear, or destruction happening around her, but it reshapes how she chooses to live in the middle of it. In a broken world marked by conflict, Nausicaä shows us that love has the power to transform even the darkest situations. In the same way, Jesus calls us to a life of radical compassion. In Luke 10, the parable of the Good Samaritan reminds us that love isn't meant to be selective or convenient. It's meant to cross boundaries and even extend to those we might call enemies. God's compassion toward us sets the pattern. He doesn't wait until we are perfect to love us, but meets us in our need, just as Nausicaä chose to see the worth in every life. God sees us through the eyes of mercy, not judgment. That truth causes us to go and do the same, to see people not by the labels of friend or enemy, but as neighbors to be loved. In Christ, compassion isn't weak, it's the very strength that brings healing to the world. Me and Raver Mom went out on a date this past Friday, September 12th, a very crazy look forward to day by people all around the world because it was the American release of Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. and we went and watched it, and we are going to do a little bit of a parental review for this one because we don't want to give away any spoilers, but we believe that it's important to bring up the parent point of view for the movie because we ran into some parents that had questions for us, and we even had a run-in with some parents who brought kids way too young to watch it in the theater. So we're going to tell some stories and give a review of what we think from that point of view. And then once K2 watches the movie and it's been out for a couple of weeks, then we'll do a full review and we'll throw some spoilers out there, and that'll be fun. So, Raver Mom, you want me to get this started? Or do you want to get us started?
I don't care.
Well, you are the now mega fan of Demon Slayer in the studio, so you can start it.
Yes, I love how I got deemed that. That's so funny.
Everything she walks by that says Demon Slayer is a, ooh, I want that.
Yep. Hey, I did very well at C4Con. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, I'm the one who spent the money.
I just want to say, I saw it, I didn't say anything, and I kept walking. And then what happened? He went and he bought it. I didn't even have to say anything. So I got 2 new figurines you have to check out on my shelf out there. But the funny part is he was like, oh, this one's yours and this one's mine. And then we get home and he's like, here's the bag. He gave them both to me. So it was pretty cool. Overall, I think, so we went and saw the sub version.
Yep.
Even though I thought we were going to the dubbed version. But I'm actually glad we did the subbed. I was very apologetic because I felt bad. Because sometimes Rev has an issue with the subtitles and everything like that. But I don't think it was too bad with the subtitles.
No, it wasn't too bad.
So, but I was quite happy with everything overall. At the end, I was like, I want to watch it again. And then when we were headed home, because we were, which I knew it was rated R, but what was it?
I didn't know it was rated R.
He didn't until the end.
Wow.
We were taking a picture on the really big movie poster right there at the door. And he was like, oh, this is a rated R movie. And I was like, yeah, it's most likely because of all the blood, guts, gore, all thatness. Yeah. Which is not new if you have seen the show. That was still the same amount. Like, that wasn't as bad. But I do understand why they did it as a rated R. But then we got to looking at some of the parental website reviews. Mm-hmm. And because of the fact that I was like, there wasn't a lot of language in it, in the sub version. And so we got to looking, and the one review that we looked at for the language, there was actually some words in that review that wasn't in the subbed, and we think it's in the dubbed. And if that's the case, I don't want to see the dubbed, just because it says a lot of foul language in it that
it's really needless after you watch the sub.
Yeah, when you watch the sub version, you're like, why would you even put that in there? I mean, like, if you've seen, like I said, if you've seen the show, they say certain words in there. Tanjiro loves a couple of them. They're not like too awfully horrible, but I wouldn't put them in the category of like vulgar curse words. In the dubbed version, if this review that we read is correct, they say some not so nice, those vulgar curse words. So it was a big shocker to me when we walked in, and at first you see just a bunch of like young adults, maybe older teenagers, and then all of a sudden there's a family that walks in. And I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. Why would you bring your little kids to this?
And they sat down next to me.
Yep, they sat down next to Rev, which even that was kind of funny because we were going to the bathroom and he's like, hey, there's 3 minutes. Now, mind you, when you buy IMAX, because we actually watched it in IMAX, which was amazing. And I was so excited about that because it's been, oh my goodness, forever since I've been to the movies.
Yeah, the last time that you went to a movie with me, we watched the first Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's a long time ago.
It's a long time.
But I did go to the movies with a friend of mine and we watched. Oh my goodness! It was one of the Christian movies that those brothers put out.
Yeah.
I went and watched a movie. So, but that was still like 2 years ago. So it's been a really long time. So I was really excited to watch it in IMAX because we've watched IMAX before and we enjoyed it thoroughly. And just because of the colors and the action and everything like that from the TV series, putting that in IMAX, I was
beautiful.
I was really, really excited.
I was made for it, man.
Yeah.
And so we picked I picked our seats and stuff like that. And I walk in and he's in the bathroom and I walk in and in our row, you've got like 4 empty seats. And then there's this young gentleman. And when I mean young, I mean like he's younger than me. He could have been the same age as me. I don't know, but he looked younger than me. And not a teenager, but like a young adult. And then there's 3 empty seats. And then this mom with 2 kids on the other end or whatever. And I'm thinking, oh, great. Maybe I'm hoping this guy is not in my seat was my first thought. And so I walk up after I looked at my phone. And I walk up and I was like, he's sitting right next to me. Rev, you better hurry up. Oh my goodness, right? Like, so I sit down and like, you could tell he automatically got uncomfortable and I got uncomfortable. And while I'm sitting there waiting for Rev, it's literally just us 2 sitting there. Like me and this younger guy is just randomly sitting there and we look like we're in the most uncomfortable date in the planet. Because nobody else is around us. And then all of a sudden, Rev shows up on the other side, coming on the other side, and I was like, "Thank you, God." And I leaned over, but it was, yeah.
And that's kind of where my story begins. Because we came early, we stopped by before we went out to dinner because of the fact that I wanted to get the bucket that was supposed to be at the Regal Cinemas. Well, they ended up not releasing the bucket in America. It was only a Japanese release. So we didn't get that. But I still wanted a bucket meal, and the 50th anniversary of Jaws is coming up, so I got the Jaws bucket cup combo thing, and a IMAX poster for the 50th anniversary.
Which I had to carry all of that in, by the way. just saying.
And, by the way, guys, if you go to IMAX and they aren't giving you the cards, ask. At the Regal Cinemas, they are supposed to be giving away cards with the IMAX tickets as long as they've got them. So if they don't give you one, ask them, because if they do, they will give you a limited edition pack of cards for the movie.
Yeah, because we weren't automatically given them.
I had to ask about it, and we had people going before us who was going to watch at IMAX, and they didn't get them. So I'm like, you know what? I didn't get my bucket. I didn't get my cup. You're giving me my cards. But anyway, so I get out of the bathroom and I walk into the theater, and I honestly could not see her. So I walked all the way up to the top row. Now she is decked out, full fangirl. So she's got a...
I'm not in cosplay or anything. Oh my goodness.
She's got merch on like crazy though. So she's got a Demon Slayer shirt on. She's got a Nezuko hat on. And she's, so I go all the way up to the top because whenever I walked in, I couldn't see her past the bars and stuff like that. So I go to the top.
You make me sound like I'm so short. Thank you.
You are short. So I go up to the top and I look down to find her hat. And I'm like, there you are. So I go down to where she's at, and I sit down, and there's a seat between me and this mom, and she's got 2 kids on the other side. Now, one's a toddler, and one is 5th grade, 6th grade at the most, okay? And I'm like, why in the world are you going to bring a toddler into this movie? And not really giving mine to the middle schooler at this point. It was the toddler.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, and whenever we looked at the phone, there was supposed to be somebody sitting next to me. And the dad came in at the end of the the trailers, and he sat down next to me. And at this point, this guy, he's not really that big. I'm wider than him, but he has to assert his dominance and stretch his wings out. And now I'm squished. And I lean over more toward Raver Mom, and I'm like squishing my arm in on the other side because this dude is acting like he's the Hulk. And the movie starts. Well, the movie starts progressing, and as soon as the demons start attacking, the toddler gets scared.
Of course.
Okay. Because the
Now-
gore and everything else is starting to show.
And keep in mind, you know how the battles are in the show.
Yeah.
Okay, it's very like quick in the movie. Like the scenes in some of the scenes, it's like in your face. I mean, I think of IMAX too. So like.
Yeah, and you've got the demon slayers cutting off the heads, and the blood is going everywhere, and they're they're going away in a flash of fire type deal, and this kid is scared. And then all of a sudden, this toddler's making a whole bunch of noise because he's trying to get over to Daddy so that Daddy can protect him. And Daddy doesn't want to protect him, but then Daddy ends up holding the kid. And then they end up shuffling their seats around so that the kid's sitting between Mom and Dad. And it's insanely annoying because I'm hearing this whiny kid next to me while I am watching it. But I feel sorry for him because I'm like, you guys are idiots for bringing your toddler to this.
Yeah.
You should have waited until you could have got a sitter and left your kids with them, because it really starts getting into it, and then the middle school kid starts getting scared.
Oh, no.
Okay? And the show, in certain parts of the show, it's worse than the movie whenever it comes to this stuff. So parentally, that kind of tells you what you're looking at with Demon Slayer. If your kid is not of a almost adult age, don't watch it. I mean, if the show itself can sometimes outrank the movie that's rated R, that should tell you where it's at. Whenever it comes to violence and gore and, the imagery and stuff. And so this kid starts covering his eyes, and the mom is now having to take care of the older child who is now freaking out. And it came to a point where the key battle happens with Giyu and Tanjiro and Akuza. And I'm not going to go into how the battle goes, but...
It's not Akuza, it's Akaza.
Fine, Akaza.
Or it's Akaza or Akaza, but either way, there's no U in there.
Akaza.
Thank you.
Okay. So it gets to that battle, and that battle's pretty gruesome at points, and it's also being intertwined with the battle between Zenitsu and another guy.
Okay.
And I'm not going to say who that is because that's a monster spoiler. But this toddler gets so scared that he poops his pants.
Oh, no.
And the smell.
Yeah.
The dad would not get up, or the mom would not get up to change this poor kid.
Oh.
They kept holding him and telling him to stop.
Wow.
Instead of taking him out to take care of him. So I'm sitting there with the smell of poop lingering in the air with my popcorn and Daddy's cheap cologne. So it was not a great experience for me in that essence. Parents, don't take your kids to see this movie.
I didn't experience any of that. So I don't care.
Raver Mom got to enjoy it to the point where she wants to go back. Me, I'm like, you know what? I enjoyed the crowd. I enjoyed the cheering. I enjoyed all the oh mans and the what in the world just happens and the half crying and all of that stuff that was going on in the crowd. But because of the fact that my other senses were curling up and hoping to just get out of there, I'm like, you know what? You are more than welcome to go back and see it. I will go back and see it whenever it has died down and nobody wants to watch it anymore, or I'm just going to wait till the movie releases onto Blu-ray and I will watch it in the backyard. Really, parents, don't take your kids to see this movie. Especially if they're young. Don't do it. You're going to spoil your own time as well as everybody else's. It is not made for kids at all.
No, and if you want a preview, just watch Mugen Train, because Mugen Train is rated R as well.
And Mugen Train is nowhere near as bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great
So-
visuals,
Wow.
great story, but it is not for the young.
Yeah, I mean, it's the final battle. I mean, that's what it's called. So
Yeah.
think of Mugen Train times 3. So,
And it's only going to get worse as the second and third part come out.
yeah.
Oh no.
I will say, though, I mean, out of that one family, I think there was only like a few, like a small handful of other young children that were there.
Yeah, but they had headphones on.
And, yeah, and I don't think I didn't hear anything. I did hear the family that was next to you. That was kind of an annoyance, but out of everybody else, I didn't necessarily hear any of the other kids that were there. But
Yeah.
there were other kids there. There were kids there that were Princess Pika's age. I mean,
Yeah.
like, it was insane the amount of, or the ages that were, that parents brought.
I
It's
know that
crazy.
whenever I went up to the top to look for you, the kids that were, because the majority of the kids were toward the back, which, you know, those parents were, I guess, trying to be considerate because they were bringing kids. They knew they were bringing kids. They got seats toward the back. But those kids also had tablets and headphones.
Wow.
Those parents brought something to keep those kids
Yeah.
entertained. You know, but yeah, the people that were sitting
No.
next to us, forget about it.
Because we sat like
As
when you
close
go-
to the middle as possible.
Yeah, whenever you go into, like, you come up the ramps and you go
Yep.
in, you've got that front bar where you've got the handicap spaces. We were 2 rows up,
Oh, okay.
so we were like right.
Yeah.
I mean, right, boom, like right there, and that's where they were. So
I always take the back up.
yeah,
I always go to the back.
he like
I have
like
to sit
going
in the middle.
I like going a little higher too, but he likes being like a little more to. So
I want that sweet spot where all the speakers are blasting in my face.
Okay.
yeah. Well, I got you as close as I could to that because most of it was already taken by the time.
Yeah, there was a group of people who came in like matching Demon Slayer shirts and junk. They were like, you know, like the anime club for Demon Slayer or something.
Listen,
and they
it was
took
cute.
up the middles.
They
it
were
was
the
cool to
younger.
see how
Yeah.
enthusiastic they were.
That's cool.
They were like 10 years younger than us.
Yeah, they were like young adults, but it was really cool, and it made me feel normal when I was cheering because they were cheering, and when I was yelling, they were yelling. So like, it made me feel very normal. So I appreciate that.
And me, I am a major snacker during movies, so I'm sitting there. She's all like, yeah, you know, and you know, the laugh, the cry, the screaming, the cheering, and I'm stuffing my face.
Yep. So.
But yeah, now if you are an adult and you are into Demon Slayer, it's an awesome movie, and I'm pretty sure we're going to end up making some episodes off of it because there was a lot of moral fighting in it.
Okay.
But it's just not for kids
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
So parenting standpoint, no. If your kids watch Demon Slayer and you don't know what Demon Slayer is, I completely and totally advise you to find out what your kid is watching, and you need to make a decision on how you need to handle the situation. So that's just how that is. So yeah. That is as far as we're going to get on the review for Infinity Castle. Whenever you watch it, and it's about 2 weeks down the road, then we will do a full review of it, because by then we should not get in trouble by the people who made it. Yeah. Raver Mom can better explain that.
Oh
whole
no, I
mess.
was just gonna say there were some like clauses and stuff like that, like people.
Yeah,
like,
review embargoes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like they just to give the movie ample time to like be
Yeah.
seen and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but I will say what I was gonna actually say was that this movie is now the second highest anime film that has been released in Japan.
Oh wow.
It has outdone, was it Spirited Away?
Spirited Away.
That I said, Spirited Away. Mugen Train is number 1.
Wow.
So Demon Slayer is the 1 and 2 that's coming out of Japan. It is now the highest grossing, I think, in America. Isn't that what I said?
Yeah, for opening week.
For
Wow.
opening weekend.
It beat out the Titanic.
Wow.
No, it wasn't Titanic. It beat out...
Oh, the review that I read said it beat out the Titanic.
But there was another
1997.
one. But it was a Disney
Was
movie.
it Avatar?
No. Hold on now. It's going to bother me.
Frozen maybe? Frozen 2?
Yeah, the review that I said was putting it out there for, all movies, and it was saying, because nothing had really broke the record for the 1997 Titanic for opening night. I mean, it pretty much broke the record that was on the Titanic during the pre-release previews,
Wow.
which was like $11 million for pre-release preview day.
And that's taking inflation into account, right? When they do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has grossed already 70 million. So it was Friday. So a lot of the movies get released on Friday.
Yeah.
It was not a Disney movie. It was Pokemon.
Okay.
Pokemon, the first movie, it outdid that one just in one day.
Wow.
Like one day release. So,
Which was $11 million.
in one day it collected 33 million, where Pokemon was the 11. So, but yeah. So
Yeah, like I
it's
said, it
doing
made
very well.
$11 million on the preview night.
Wow.
So that kind of tells you opening night is even, like she
Yeah.
said, was like 33. So between preview and opening, it's $44 million.
Yep.
That's crazy.
This one says it has even beaten the first Mugen Train opening weekend. So opening weekend, Infinity Castle has beaten Mugen Train, but overall in Japan, Mugen Train still, because Mugen Train I think was like 70
Something like that.
billion, and Infinity Castle is only like 36, 37.
Yeah.
So-
You know that it's going to end up beating it up.
Oh yeah, especially with it just
Just
America. hitting
Yeah.
like America and some of the other countries over here.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be insane. But I am kind of curious how that Juju-san or whatever,
Jujutsu Kaisen
because they're coming out with a movie this year or next year.
next year.
So I am kind of curious how that movie's going to do.
And then also next
In
year
comparison.
they're coming out with the Chainsaw Man movie next year.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there's a couple of other anime movies, and I'm really curious on how those movies are going to do in comparison.
Chainsaw Man looked crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the anime is crazy for Chainsaw Man.
We haven't watched it, but the trailer for the movie.
The trailer was pretty intense.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, but anyways, we'll see.
Yeah, all I heard was they're after my chainsaws. And wow! And I was like, what?
I do like. Honestly, I never was interested into watching it, but the trailer because there was two of them, which was kind of weird.
Yeah,
There was one, and then there was another one,
and it was for the same movie.
and it was for the same movie. Two completely different trailers, but whatever. But in one of them, he made a comment about his heart, like his chainsaw heart or whatever. And I was like, that's kind of weird, but interesting.
It's
I might
like
actually watch that.
it's
Yeah,
like
you,
a-
you
it's
need
like
to
a-
understand you need to watch the anime. To
Yeah,
understand
but it piqued my interest.
it was like an anime X-Men, outside of Marvel's X-Men anime, but it was like somebody else's version of X-Men
Yeah.
from the look of it. I mean,
But-
it's like mutated weapons.
I mean, it's. No, it is not X-Men at all.
Oh, we're just gonna have to watch it and find
Yeah,
out.
but I mean,
My Hero Academia is more X-Men than
There you go.
Chainsaw Man's more.
We said it looked more like kind of like Soul Eater combo kind of thing.
It was like Soul Eater meshed with something else. You know, the weapons.
Kind of. Still not really.
No.
But either way, it piqued my interest, which to me says a lot. So, but anyways, yeah, I just thought it was the way like I said, whatever the trailer was, it piqued my interest. Although it still looked as gruesome as heck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But so I don't know. I might get past one episode. Who knows?
yeah. It is much more gorier than Demon Slayer. I will say that.
It's a Chainsaw Man's another rated R movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
In closing, let's remember Luke chapter 10, verses 25 through 37. The Good Samaritan. It wasn't just a story that Jesus told to make a point. It was a life lesson on how to treat the people around us and those we come in contact with. And not just, and it's not just about those who favor us or we favor. And as we look at the stories brought to life by Studio Ghibli through the lens of faith, let us be reminded that the greatest adventures aren't just on the screen. They're in how we choose to live out God's love, hope, and grace each day. Join us as we close in prayer. Father God, I thank you for the compassion that you've shown to us, that you've shown the world. God, I thank you for the example that you've given so that we could share and show that same compassion to the people that we meet. God, I ask that you open our eyes to see you in the wonder and the lessons and the beauty around us, even in the worlds created by artists and animators. Let our passion for anime draw us closer to your truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thanks for hanging out with us on Rev's Otaku Talk Ghibli Fest. Make sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, and don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook at Rev's Otaku Talkers and on X at Rev's Otaku Talk. We'd love to hear from you, so drop a comment, leave a review, and share your favorite anime and God moments with the community. Also, check out Rev's Otaku Shop and grab some awesome merch, and don't forget to grab a bag of Rev's Conco Heat Coffee. The link's in the description below. Until next time, keep your anime collection strong and your faith stronger. See you later, guys.
Take care, all.
Bye.
See ya later.
Let's spin that cup, Kid Koopa's crown, can he keep it up? Listener mail and fan debates, we love the art the Lord creates. From Studio Ghibli to Naruto, God speaks in ways you didn't know. Stories rise like rising sun, we break them down one by one. True, this ain't just hype, it's revelation. Anime with holy inspiration. Otaku life with transformation. Faith and fandom, no limitation.
Nausicaä of the Valley of the Wind takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity struggles to survive amid toxic jungles and giant mutilated insects. The story follows Nausicaä, the compassionate princess of the Valley of the Wind. What?
It's not mutilated, it's mutated.
Oh, okay. Well, let me start over.
Please. I'm like, mutilated?
I mean,
What mutilated them?
What's that even mean?
nukes.
Please.
What's that even mean?